everyone, this is Joy, the Programs Director at Conservative Ladies of Washington, and I have some important information to share with you about a new bill that was just filed in the Senate this morning. Senate Bill 5386, supporting survivors of sexual assault in public elementary and secondary schools. This bill also has a companion bill in the House, House Bill 1817. Here's everything you need to know. I think that we can all agree that victims of sexual assault and sexual crimes need the utmost support. They need immediate support. One of those supports should be immediate notification of their parents. I think that we can all agree that our most precious commodity is our children. So why then is the Senate dropping a bill in order to give the Legislative Youth Advisory Council influence over policy that influences children? In other words, they're exploiting children to get their work done. Senate Bill 5386 will be policy based on advice from the Legislative Youth Advisory Board, the LYAC. It's literally a council comprised of 22 children ages 14 to 18. What do they know about mandatory reporting? Could it be that some of those children have been victims of sexual violence themselves, and being part of this process will actually re-traumatize them? If it does, how is that trauma going to be exploited and used for the benefit of getting a bill passed? The LYAC will lead discussion on mandatory reporting guidelines and then gather student feedback. It is required that the LYAC work in collaboration with relevant organizations. We are glad to see that a couple of law enforcement agencies are included on this list in the bill, but so are several other agencies that they tap into for the mental health care for our children in public education. The LYAC will have influence over training requirements for teachers and educational professionals, content of a student and family guide, and reporting obligations. Listen to that again. They will have influence over how teaching professionals are trained. They are children who have never been teachers, but they're going to advise on training teachers and educational professionals. The new training will be trauma-informed and culturally relevant. The bill specifically states that the student and family guide must, quote, consider any recommendations developed by this Youth Advisory Council. The bill also states, quote, school districts are encouraged to make the student and family guide available to students and families, especially those participating in the sexual harassment complaint process. It's encouraged? Shouldn't that be the first bit of information that any victim is given, and it should be required? If you're really in the business of supporting and caring for the victims of sexual assault and sexual crimes, their safety, their well-being, and the involvement of their parents is paramount and should happen immediately. You'll notice in this bill that there is no mention of having parents involved in this. And if you read the list of the collaborative agencies, parents are not included. What do they know about what is best for our children? And why are children being exploited to get work done in Olympia? These are questions that all need to be answered. And I hope that you'll sign up to testify tomorrow morning at 10:30 at the Education Committee public hearing for Senate Bill 5386. Thanks.